morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's 8 a.m. in the UK at the moment, and lovely to be back for the final stretch of my Facebook Live challenge. I've learned such a lot on the way. Now, today is all about how to use blog posts to reliably generate reliable and good quality work. So the first thing is, a lot of people go, I'm going to blog, and it peters out. It's like the new blogging is podcasting, and average podcast lasts for 8 episodes, and you go on so many firms' websites and you just see this empty void where there was a blog and it's turned into a latest news, and it's deathly boring, and it's internal, and it's self-facing, very self-serving, not self-facing. So how do you use a blog to help you in work? Well, first off, the real value is not the first blog. It's not the second blog post. It's not even the third blog. It's that continuation and keeping the regular content going. That's what really makes a difference. Now, I've been blogging since 2009, so that's 11 years. Ooh, that makes me feel old, but literally it will be 11 years come April this year. And actually, I get huge amount of new business from my blog, from my content. My reputation is is built on the quality of my content, the quality of my thought leadership, the insight that I'm able to provide. But that's built on 11 years. But actually, all my new business has come through this investment in content management. And it's fundamentally from that. So first of all, you've got to really understand what is on your client's mind, because you want to be writing stuff that they want to read. There's no point if you write stuff. So one of the things I learned about four years ago now, that people weren't interested in the have a life bit. What they were interested in first and foremost of my proposition was, how do I make the partner bit? How do I do the last couple of years? The have a life bit is interestingly starting to come more prominent, and that maybe the marketplace has changed, or I've dealt with the initial problem, now I've got the second one. So I discovered that people were buying from me. They were buying from me when they were literally 0 to 12 months out from making partner, at a stretch 0 to 3 years out. And it was only when I started writing content to help them with their day-to-day challenges, to make that big hurdle, I was solving their really, really important pain points, did I notice that work started to come through. And interesting, it was only when I really zoned in on that bit did I really notice that I stood out. You'll find that all of your peers are writing about the same thing. So what's your bit? When I say writing, that's just my favorite. It could be recording. It could be videoing. Where are you comfortable with? What is that? So you really want to start, and interestingly now, Google is very much highlighting content that's very much written to answer a question. So next time you're speaking with your clients, jot down what the conversation was about. What was their key need that are worried about? That's the sort of stuff you want to be writing about. A lot of people go, but I'm worried that it's going to take ages and I've got to be absolutely spot on. You know what? And I see a lot of lawyers worrying about this. They worry that their fellow lawyers are going to tear into them and go, you got that wrong, you got that wrong, you got that wrong. Stop worrying about it. You're not writing for other lawyers. You're writing for end clients. You're writing for the people that don't have how many years experience that you do, typically. That, and you might go, but somebody else has covered that. And you know what? Some of my best blog posts are the ones that have been done time and time and time again. Something like networking. How many hundreds and millions of articles have been written about networking? But it's still one of the favorite stuff. Interestingly, I'm need to just sign the contract, but I'm going to be 2011, my book, The Financial Times Guide to Business Networking, came out. I'm about to run a workshop for a network on how to get more referrals from within the network. It's the same thing. It's still networking. It's still the key route to market. So don't worry if other people have written about it. It's your opinion that matters. It's your take on it that matters. So how do you get the most value from your blog posts? It is really about providing content that your ideal client finds valuable. It's not about looking good. It's not about looking clever. It's not about wowing them. Those sorts of stuff. generally don't have the traction that the simple stuff does. The stuff that people really want to hear, the stuff that people are talking to you about. And so listen to what your clients are really asking you. What is the day-to-day stuff that they're really worried about? That's the stuff to be writing about. So let me know. Do put a link to some blog posts you've written. I'd love to see some of them. Speak to you soon. Bye.